Hello everyone, this is your instructor in Business Laws and Regulations. Today, I'm going to discuss the rules on management of partnership. So without further ado, let's start. So unless the partnership agreement provides otherwise, each partner has a right to an equal voice in the conduct and management of the partnership business. Ang bawat partner, meron silang equal right in the conduct and management of the partnership business. Regardless kung ilan ang capital contribution ng bawat partner or kung ano ang service na nirender o nire-render ng partner, unless meron silang ibang agreement. Of course, the partners may select or appoint a managing partner. That's why ang i-discuss ko dito ay yung rules on management of the partnership. Dito sa rules on management, may apat na scenario. First, when a partner has been appointed manager in the articles of partnership. Second, when a partner has been appointed manager after the partnership has been constituted. Third, when two or more partners have been appointed as managers. And fourth, when the manner of management has not been agreed upon. So I will be discussing each scenario. Unahin natin yung first scenario. The first scenario is when a partner has been appointed manager in the articles of partnership. So nakalagay, nakaspecify sa articles of partnership na yung partner ay managing partner. If in-appoint yung managing partner sa articles of partnership, ano ang kanyang scope of authority? The managing partner may execute all acts of administration despite the opposition of his or her partners unless he or she acts in bad faith. Meaning to say, pwede niyang gawin lahat ng acts of administration kahit na merong partners na nag-o-oppose o kumukontra as long as mag-act siya in good faith at hindi in bad faith. Kapag sinabing acts of administration, ito yung day-to-day activities. Let's say, ang partnership ay computer shop. So, ito yung pagtanggap ng bayad, deposit sa bangko, ito yung pag-asikaso ng mga computers. What if gustong ibenta yung business mismo? So, pwede ba yung gawin ng managing partner? The answer is no. Hindi porke managing partner siya ay pwede niyang gawin lahat. Okay? Not because he is a managing partner ay pwede niyang gawin lahat ng gusto niya. Ang pwede lang niya gawin ay yung acts of administration. Kapag yung appointment ng managing partner ay nasa articles of partnership, the managing partner may execute all acts of administration notwithstanding the opposition of the other partners unless he or she acts in bad faith. So kahit ayaw ng ibang partners doon sa decision ng managing partner, assuming it's an act of administration, walang magagawa yung ibang partners unless the managing partner acts in bad faith. Ngayon, ang tanong, since nakalagay sa Articles of Partnership yung appointment ng managing partner, permanente na ba or forever na ba yung appointment ng managing partner? The answer is no. Kasi nga, walang forever. So, pwedeng ma-revoke yung appointment ng managing partner. Pwede siyang maalis as a managing partner. Now, para ma-revoke yung appointment ng managing partner, alamin nyo muna kung yung revocation ba ay with just or lawful cause or without just or lawful cause. If the revocation is with just or lawful cause, Mare-revoke yung appointment ng managing partner sa pamamagitan ng boto ng partners na may controlling interest. Take note, napaka-importante ng wording na controlling interest. Kapag sinabing controlling interest, ang ibig sabihin niyan ay more than 50% of the partnership capital. So, para magkaroon ng controlling interest ang partners, dapat yung contribution nila ay more than 50% of the partnership capital. Let's say, ang partnership capital ay 100,000 pesos. Ang 50% ng 100,000 pesos ay 50,000 pesos. So, dapat more than 50,000 pesos ang contribution ng partners para magkaroon sila ng controlling interest. Take note, pwedeng isang partner lang ang may controlling interest. For example, yung interest ng isang partner ay 60%. May controlling interest siya kasi nga yung 60% ay more than 50%. Pwede rin naman na dalawa o higit pa. Okay? 2 or more ang merong controlling interest. Ang gawin nyo lang, pagsamahin nyo yung interest ng partners. Kapag pinagsama nyo yung interest nila, kapag inad nyo yung interest nila, at ang result ay more than 50%, then meron silang controlling interest. Sir, what if yung managing partner ang may controlling interest? So, walang magagawa yung other partners kung sakaling yung managing partner ang may controlling interest. Kasi ang sabi sa batas, ang determining factor ay controlling interest. So again, if the revocation is with just or lawful cause, the appointment of the managing partner can be revoked by the vote of the partners owning the controlling interest. On the other hand, if the revocation is without just or lawful cause, the appointment of the managing partner can be revoked only with the consent of all the partners, including the managing partner, because such revocation would be a novation of the terms thereof. So kung gusto ng partners na ma-revoke yung appointment ng managing partner without just or lawful cause, kinakailangan ng consent ng lahat ng partners. So ang kailangan dito ay unanimous consent. Kinakailangan ng consent ng lahat ng partners. Kasama na dyan yung consent ng managing partner. It requires the consent of all the partners because this revocation would be a novation of the terms thereof. Novation here means change. So this revocation without just or lawful cause would change the terms of the contract of the partnership. Kaya kinakailangan ng unanimous consent or consent ng lahat ng partners. Let's now proceed to the second scenario when a partner has been appointed manager after the partnership has been constituted. So, hindi in-appoint yung managing partner sa articles of partnership. In-appoint lang yung managing partner after ma-execute yung contract of partnership. In this case, ano yung scope of authority ng managing partner? So, ganun din, pwede niyang gawin lahat ng acts of administration. Pwedeng gawin ng managing partner lahat ng acts of administration. Yun nga lang, kapag may partners na nag-oppose, may partners na kumontra, may partners na ayaw, pwede siyang matanggal as a managing partner sa pamamagitan ng boto ng partners na may controlling interest. So ito yung pinagkaiba ng first scenario at itong second scenario. Sa first scenario kasi, kahit may mga partners na nag-oppose, pwedeng gawin ng managing partner lahat ng acts of administration unless he acts in bad faith. Now, paano mare-revoke yung appointment ng managing partner? The managing partner may be removed with or without just or lawful cause by the vote of the partners owning the controlling interest. So meaning to say, whether merong just or lawful cause o walang just or lawful cause, marirevoke yung appointment ng managing partner sa pamamagitan ng boto ng partners na may controlling interest. This is so because such partner or the managing partner is only an agent whose authority may be revoked at any time by his or her principal, which is the partnership. In other words, this is merely a contract of agency. Sa contract of agency kasi, may dalawang parties, yung agent at yung principal. Yung agent, sumusunod lang siya sa sinasabi ng principal. Yung authority ng agent na gawin yung isang bagay ay nanggaling sa principal. In this scenario, yung managing partner, ang agent, at yung partnership ay yung principal. Since yung authority ng managing partner ay nanggaling sa partnership, then pwede ring i-revoke ng partnership yung authority na yon anytime. Next, when two or more partners have been appointed as managers. As you can see, hindi lang isa ang pwedeng maging managing partners. Two or more partners may be appointed as managing partners. In this scenario, since there are two or more managing partners, maaring may iba't iba silang duties. So, maaring naka-specify ang kanilang duties. When their respective duties are specified, each managing partner shall perform only the duties specified in his or her appointment. Meaning to say, kung ano lang yung duty ng isang managing partner, yun lang ang gagawin niya. Let's have an example. Okay? W, X, Y, and Z are partners in W, X, Y, Z enterprises. W and X were appointed as managers. W is to perform the operating function. X is to perform the administrative function. Here, the managing partners, W and X, can perform only the function assigned to each of them. So, ang pwede lang i-perform ni W ay operating function, since ang nakaspecify sa kanyang appointment ay operating function. At ang pwede lang i-perform ni X ay administrative function, since ang nakaspecify sa kanyang appointment ay administrative function. What if there is no specification of the respective duties of the managing partners, or there is no stipulation that one managing partner shall not act without the other managing partners? Kapag hindi nakaspecify sa appointment ng managing partners yung kanya-kanya nilang duties, o kapag wala silang pinag-usapan na hindi pwedeng mag-act yung isang managing partner kung walang consent ang ibang managing partners, each of the managing partners may separately execute all acts of administration. So, pwede nilang gawin lahat ng acts of administration. However, in case may managing partners na nag-oppose, yung decision ng majority of the managing partners ang masusunod. Take note na ang basis dito ay per head, hindi controlling interest. Let's say na 5 ang managing partners. So, ang majority ay at least 3 managing partners. Kung tatlo yung managing partners, ang majority ay at least 2. Kung apat ang managing partners, ang majority ay at least 3. Kung 6 ang managing partners, ang majority ay at least 4. In case of a tie, the decision of the managing partner or partners owning the controlling interest shall prevail. Let's say na 6 ang managing partners. Doon sa 6 na yon, 3 ang may gusto at 3 ang nag-oppose. So there is a tie. In this case, yung decision ng managing partners na may controlling interest ang masusunod. Let's have an example. ABCDEFG Company is owned by the following partners with their respective contributions. A, 10,000 pesos. B, 20,000 pesos. C, 30,000 pesos. D, 40,000 pesos. E, 50,000 pesos. F, 100,000 pesos. And G, 200,000 pesos. Except for F and G, all the rest are managers without any specification as to their respective duties. So walang in-specify na respective duties ni A, B, C, D at E. There's no problem with F and G kasi nakaspecify ang kanilang duties. Now, gusto ni A na bumili ng goods sa nice company. Pero inoppose ni E. Pinanigan ni B at C si A, pinanigan naman ni D si E. Ngayon, ang tanong, ano ang masusunod? Yung decision ba ni A, B at C or yung decision ni D at E? Ang rule, kapag merong nag-oppose na managing partner or managing partners, yung decision ng majority ng managing partners ang masusunod. So, per head ang basis natin dyan. Therefore, yung decision ni A, B at C ang masusunod since they constitute the majority. 3 sila, 2 managing partners lang yung other group. So, it's 3 over 2, 3 heads over 2 heads. What if si C nag-abstain? Nag-abstain si C, therefore magkakaroon ng tie. So si C, hindi siya nag-vote. Wala siyang pinili. Merong tie kasi nga 2 yung gustong bumili ng goods pero 2 rin yung nag-oppose. In this case, the group of E will prevail because E and D represent the controlling interest among the partners. Yung capital contribution ni E at D ay 50,000 pesos at 40,000 pesos respectively. So 90,000 pesos lahat. Ang capital contribution ni A at B ay 10,000 pesos and 20,000 pesos respectively. So 30,000 pesos lahat. Obviously, ang may controlling interest ay yung group ni E since the 90,000 pesos is more than 50% of the capital contributions of the managing partners. What if merong stipulation yung managing partners na wala sa kanila ang mag-a-act kung walang consent ang ibang managing partners? If there is a stipulation that none of them shall act without the consent of the other managing partners, the concurrence of all of them shall be necessary for the validity of the acts. Meaning to say, para maging valid yung acts ng managing partners, kinakailangan ng unanimous consent o kinakailangan na lahat ng managing partners ay nagbigay ng kanilang consent for those acts. Now, merong rule in case of absence or disability of one of the managing partners. In case absent or under disability yung isang managing partner, the absence or disability of that managing partner cannot be alleged. Meaning to say, the other managing partners are not authorized to act for the partnership kasi nga, di ba, meron silang stipulation na walang managing partner ang mag-a-act kung walang consent ang ibang managing partners. Pero merong exception. Kung meron mang imminent danger of grave or irreparable injury to the partnership, then pwede na silang mag-act. Any of the managing partners may act alone without the consent of the managing partner who is absent or under disability. Let's now proceed to the fourth scenario when the manner of management has not been agreed upon. So walang dinesignate o walang inappoint na managing partner. Kapag walang inappoint o dinesignate na managing partner, lahat ng partners ay considered na managing partners. All the partners shall be considered agents of the partnership. All of them are managers. All of them are managing partners. Regardless of the amount of their capital contributions or extent of their services to the partnership, all partners shall have equal rights in the management and conduct of partnership affairs. As such, each partner may execute acts of administration. However, none of the partners may, without the consent of the others, make any important alteration in the immovable property of the partnership, even if it may be useful to the partnership. So if the partners want to make any important alteration in the immovable property of the partnership, unanimous consent is required. So kinakailangan na lahat ng partners ay nagbigay ng kanilang consent. Kailangan na lahat ng partners ay nagbigay ng consent kasi lahat sila ay considered na agents at managing partners. But if the refusal to give consent by other partners is manifestly prejudicial to the interest of the partnership, the court's intervention may be sought. Of course, hindi naman talaga maiiwasan na lahat sila ay magbibigay ng consent. Some of them may refuse to give their consent. But if their refusal is prejudicial or harmful to the interest of the partnership, the partners may go to the court to seek authority to make any important alteration in the immovable property. In this scenario, whatever any one of them may do alone shall bind the partnership. Now, since all of the partners are managing partners, hindi maiiwasan na merong partner na mag-o-oppose. That's why merong rule in case of opposition of the other partners. In case other partners oppose, the decision of the majority shall prevail. Take note na ang basis ay per head. For example, 7 ang partners, ang majority ay at least 4 partners. Kapag 6 ang partners, ang majority ay at least 4 partners. Kapag 5 ang partners, ang majority ay at least 3 partners. Kapag 3 ang partners, ang majority ay at least 2 partners. In case of a tie, the decision of the partners owning the controlling interest shall prevail. Let's say 6 ang partners. Dun sa 6 na partners, 3 ang sang-ayon at 3 naman ang nag-oppose. In this case, yung decision ng partners na may controlling interest ang masusunod. Let's have an example. ABCDEFG Company is owned by the following partners with their respective contributions. A. 10,000 pesos. B. 20,000 pesos. C. 30,000 pesos. D. 40,000 pesos. E. 50,000 pesos. F. 100,000 pesos. And G. 200,000 pesos. The partners did not designate who among themselves shall be the manager. So dahil walang dinesignate or walang inappoint na managing partner, lahat ng partners ay magiging managing partners. Lahat sila ay magiging managers. Now, gusto ni A na bumili ng goods sa nice company. Pero inoppose yon ni E. So, pinanigan ni B, C at D si A. Pinanigan naman ni F at G si E. Ngayon, ano ang masusunod? Yung decision ba ni B, C, D at E o yung decision ni E, F at G? Ang rule, kapag merong nag-oppose na partner o partners, yung decision ng majority ng partners ang masusunod. So, per head ang basis natin dyan. Therefore, yung decision ni A, B, C, at D ang masusunod since they constitute the majority. Apat sila, tatlong partners lang yung other group. So, it's 4 over 3. 4 heads over 3 heads. Kaya yung decision ni A, B, C at D ang masusunod. Suppose that C abstains from voting, thereby creating a tie. So si C, hindi siya nag-vote. Wala siyang pinili. Merong tie kasi dalawa ang gustong bumili ng goods, pero dalawa rin ang nag-oppose. In this case, the group of E will prevail because E, F, and G represent the controlling interests among all the partners. Yung capital contribution ni E, F, at G ay 50,000 pesos, 100,000 pesos, at 200,000 pesos respectively. So, 350,000 pesos lahat. Ang capital contribution ni A, B at D ay 10,000 pesos, 20,000 pesos, at 40,000 pesos respectively. So, 70,000 pesos lahat. Obviously, ang may controlling interest ay yung group ni E since the 350,000 pesos is more than 50% of the capital contributions of all of the partners.